evaluated before the meeting.
Thank you, Linda. I'll now leave you with Algenes. Algenes, evaluate reality and existence.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, and good evening, Logan.
Good evening.
So nice to see you all again. How are you all today?
Excellent.
That's good. Today I'm going to discuss about how our reality can be changed just by seeing a few slides. What do you see over here? It's our solar system. What can you see in our solar system? Planet Earth and all the planets. So how small are we in front of all that? What's the distance between the Earth and the Moon? They say it's about 250,000 miles. You can actually fit all the planets between the Earth and the Moon. What if the fat planet Jupiter wanted to wear a belt? What would it choose to wear a belt? An asteroid belt. If planet Mars wanted to speak to planet Neptune, what would planet Saturn? If planet Mars wanted to speak to planet Saturn, what would planet Mars say? Give me a ring. Likewise, this is how North America looks in front of planet Jupiter. These are 6 planet Earths which can fit into the rings of Saturn. If Earth had Saturn's rings, this is how it would look like from Ecuador. Ecuador, as you know, is in the equator. This is how it would look from Alaska, from Polynesia, and from Washington, D.C. This is the size of a comet in front of Los Angeles.
Ouch.
It really looks like a high-heeled shoe to me. You are here. You're so small. This is the Earth from Mars, taken from those probes which the Americans put on Mars. This is the size of the Earth compared to the size of the Sun. So tiny. This is sunrise on Mars. These are comparing the 2 suns. Here's an equation. If you had to shrink the Sun down to the size of a white cell and shrink the Milky Way down the same scale, the Milky Way would be the size of the United States. This is where we live, inside the Milky Way, somewhere over there. All the stars you see at night are just part of that small yellow circle in the slides. It's called the observable universe. You can only observe 4% of the universe. We don't know what the 96% is. This is the Milky Way compared to another galaxy, IC 1011, 350 million light years away from Earth. Look at the size of our Milky Way, which is already so large compared to another galaxy. Is that mind-boggling already? All of you can be honest with me. So there are 3 morals to take from this story, which I'll come to right at the end. We're coming to the end of these slides. This is what the Hubble telescope shows us. Lots of galaxies. This is another galaxy, UDF 423, 10 billion light years away. Now think about that. The light has taken 10 billion years to reach your eyes from this galaxy. 10 billion. It's a number. What's our human lifespan on Earth? Now, I'm one of the physicians at Robina Hospital. I treat patients. At the most, I've seen 100-year-olds. James from GCH, 100-year-olds, 110-year-olds at the most. This is 10 billion light years to reach us. Life is short. That's the first message I can give out already. Make the most of it. Here's the solar system. All the solar systems together form a galaxy. These are many galaxies together. This is the Milky Way. And all the galaxies form a local galactic group. And all the galaxies, all the local galactic groups together form a supercluster. And we live in the Virgo supercluster. And all the superclusters together are also part of a larger design. And this is the remaining observable universe. There's 4% of the universe we can actually observe. That comes to the end of the slides. But what are the 3 messages I wanted to deliver from today's talk as part of my speech? One is within yourself. One is between yourself and someone else. And one is a more larger message. Now within yourselves, are you living your life to the full? Are you achieving all that you want to achieve? The internet has helped to shrink the planet. The world is not as big as we think. It's actually quite a small planet. Are you thinking negative? Are you not letting yourself achieve some things you want in life? If you are, to question yourself, are you actually taking the measures now so that you may be able to achieve what you want to achieve next year? Things don't come instantly. It's a small world. I meet friends from the northern hemisphere down here in the southern hemisphere because I've worked in both hemispheres. Very much a small world. I send emails to colleagues in Great Britain and I get emails back the same night, sometimes about difficult patients, difficult diagnoses. All within one night. It's a small world. I read research papers written by American journals, European journals, the same night they're published. Small world. We practice medicine which is practiced in the northern hemisphere. Small world. So it's a really small world. So that's looking within ourselves. Now the second bit, they say in Toastmasters you must not talk about politics. I won't talk about politics. The only thing I'll say is what one of the Gemini astronauts in the 1960s said when he traveled out of Earth and traveled to the moon and back. He said if you bring some of these politicians in the space shuttle and take them to the moon and back, you'll create a lot of sense in what they do. And I'll stop here about politics. But that's the message, interpersonal conflict. Some of you may be having conflicts with other people. Why do you want to have conflicts when you are so small in the grand scheme of things? That's the second message I want to deliver. And the third and final message is to live your dreams. It's a large world out there. Go out there and get what you want and do not hold yourself back. And a simple example of many, many examples in my life would be the Campbell-Newman situation, where there were no jobs in Queensland Health in 2013. And I happily went into private practice in 2014 in Townsville. And I was hunting for jobs all over the state. I was especially targeting Logan Hospital. But then I got a job in Robina in 2015 and I happily took Robina. I'll go around the table. All of you must have one favorite place on Earth. Because I've shown you the whole galaxy now. I've shown you superclusters. I've shown you everything. What is your one favorite place on Earth? Lyndon?
Me? Oh, jeez. Here. With everyone here. No. For a place, I think it'd probably be Fiji or somewhere like that. I mean, no, I like Australia's is better.
In the interest of time, we'll move along. James?
Somewhere in the green forest, fresh air.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Fabrice?
Madagascar.
Really, for a Frenchman? It used to be an ex-colony, I think.
Yeah. 74.
Wonderful.
74 Russians.
That's why
Yes,
they
did
know.
you say?
Madagascar.
The island of
French
Madagascar.
until 74, then the Russian took over.
Catherine?
I am an Aussie since I've been here. I have no other place. This is paradise on earth. Queensland and Northern Queensland, Northern Territory, the whole lot. It's the place I'd be.
Jenny, your favorite place on Earth?
Just Australia in general.
One place you can name?
Australia.
Australia, all right. It's still relatively small in front of the universe. You got a point. Yes, John? Somewhere in Japan, I think.
A particular Buddhist town that I visited in Wakayama Prefecture, which is south of Osaka. It was peak of winter. It was extremely quiet. I was almost the only one walking through snow-laden forest, cedar groves, and it was one of the most wonderful places I've ever been.
The Daintree?
President.
The Daintree?
The Daintree. Fantastic. Peter.
Anywhere by the sea, I'm always
Somewhere in New
attracted to
Zealand?
water.
Whangarei, maybe?
I'm Australia. I'd say Australia in general, but anywhere near the water, I like to be near the sea.
Katie.
Springbrook National Park, watery circuit, when you walk under a waterfall, especially at night, and the water is cascading over, and you can see the view of the Gold Coast from below. It's magical.
Beautiful.
Maria?
I'd say anywhere in nature and the beach and rivers.
Katia.
Yeah, I think I've been blessed to be in so many really, really beautiful places in nature. Probably, I'd say, one of the most special is when I swam with dolphins. And they swim right up and look you straight in the eye. And just for a minute I thought, oh my God, what have I done? And I realised, no, they're really gentle. And it's just incredible. incredible. In fact, I couldn't shower for 2 days because I didn't want to wash the dolphin water off.
Last 15 seconds of my speech before I stop, Madam Timekeeper, what is my favorite place on earth? I love Gold Coast. I was here in 2012, GCUH, fantastic hospital, I learned a lot. I love Townsville, yes, I still go there for private practice. I love places in Britain where I worked. Wigan was great, Doncaster was superb. But I just think my greatness started in 2010 at Logan Hospital in terms of medicine. And Logan Hospital is very, very special to me. So I'll say this for you all. Logan is the greatest! Logan is the greatest! Logan is the greatest! Thank you very much.